It's not often that I call a car sick. This one's pretty sick. Hey guys, it's Phaedra from All Things Phaedra, and I got a sheet in my hand to tell you all about this Aston Martin. Why? Well, let's just say this isn't typically in my wheelhouse. It's a little bit out of my price range, and it might be out of your price range too, but it's still fun to look at. So we're gonna talk just a little bit about the Aston Martin DBX. I'm calling this a first look. It's not a full review. It's just a chance to get behind the wheel and see what it can do. So what are we looking at here? This is the 2022 Aston Martin DBX. And you know what? It's an SUV. Okay, this is not the kind of SUV that you want to be taking your kids to soccer in. Or I don't know, maybe you do if you want to be the talk of the town. But this is for people that want a little bit of extra cargo space and a lot of performance, because that's what you're going to get. This has a 4.0 liter twin turbo V8. So I wouldn't expect this to have really amazing gas mileage. In fact, it has 14 city, 20 highway, 16 combined. But if you are buying this, it's not going to be for the fuel economy. What's it using its fuel on? Well, let me tell you, it has 542 horsepower, 516 pound-feet of torque. And when I took it out on the road, that's what I mean when I say this car is sick. It shot up to, I'd like to say 60. It might have been a little bit more than that because it just gets away from you. And the handling is amazing. So, what's it take to put one of these in your driveway? I'm glad you asked. Why don't you pull out your checkbook? It starts at only $185,900. This one as outfitted, $229,286. So you can get that condo at the beach, or you can get this hot SUV. And if you're thinking it looks hot, you're right, because it's got this yellow. This is actually a frosted glass yellow, and it's called that because it has bits of glass in it. It's really hard to capture that on camera, but it literally sparkles. Now, what you really want to see is, what do you get inside? That's what I'm going to show you right now. Let's go ahead and acknowledge that when you get an Aston Martin, you get a handmade, custom crafted vehicle, and it is designed for your pleasure and for your comfort. So on the interior, there are 3 grades of leather available for seats, 7 different veneers for the dash, and you pick the colors of everything from the brogue, which is their word for stitching, to the seat belts, the carpet, the steering wheel, the trim inlay, and what they call the interior jewelry. Now you're seeing all the standards that I usually show you on a vehicle, where you can do your wireless CarPlay or your wireless charging, what you get in the console. It is a regular vehicle, but it is special. Where it's most special is behind the wheel and with the engine started. That is a 4-liter V8 engine you're listening to. Let's get a closer look of what's in the cabin here. All your climate controls, it does have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and get a closer look at that brogue. That is the hand stitching. And this steering wheel is made of Alcantara, which is a luxury Italian fabric. It does have paddle shifters, but I promise I'm going to take it on the road. First, I want to show you where your passengers are going to sit. Not that crazy blonde lady. They're going to sit in the seat there, and the same attention to detail has been put into the rear, and you can see the roof is lined with that Alcantara as well. Give me a second, because I gotta show you this amazing panoramic sunroof. Especially beautiful under the sunny Southern California skies. Now put your kids in the back seat and you'll be the most popular soccer mom, or I don't know, maybe polo mom. You've got all the comforts that you would find up front, also for your rear passengers. The glove box. And there's a reason I'm showing you this glove box, because there's a secret under it that you might not know. Because this is a British car, they're used to drivers being on the right, and that's where you'll find the hood release latch. This is a bonded aluminum body. It has frameless doors and 22-inch forged aluminum wheels. Perfect for light or heavy driving. You can actually take this off-road. And we're on some gravel right here. We're driving through a vineyard. And one thing that you can't really tell is how soft and quiet it is. The glass is acoustically laminated, giving you a really quiet ride. And now, straight on the highway, 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds, top speed of 181 miles per hour, all courtesy of a 4.0-liter V8 engine, which delivers 542 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. So I hope that gave you a glimpse into how the other half lives, or if you are the other half, I'm not sure what you're doing watching videos on YouTube, but thanks for being here. For the rest of you, I'd love it if you could like and subscribe, come back for more content like this. But I'm going to wrap this up by telling you just a few quick things about Aston Martin. First of all, it's a British brand, 108 years old, and you may remember me telling you this when I drove the DB11 Superleggera, and that is Aston Martin, in its lifetime, has produced less cars than Toyota does in 1 year, because each car is handcrafted, and you can tell when you get inside and you can tell when you get behind the wheel. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you guys next time with something equally as amazing, but maybe not as expensive.